There were times where I couldn't look at myself in the mirror. It definitely lit a fire under me, and I was like, okay, this has to change. I kind of grew up all over the place. My parents got divorced before I could remember them living together, probably when I was like 1 or 2 years old. For my entire life, I've been between 2 to 3 houses. But for the most part, my mother lived with my grandparents in Parsippany, New Jersey, and I grew up with my grandpa and my grandma my entire life. My family thinks swimming is an essential life skill, which I think too. I think everyone should know how to swim. You never know. So I've been taking swim lessons since I was 6 months old. And I never stopped. So from about 6 months to 5, 6 years old, I was in swim lessons, and then at about 6 years old, I did a tryout for the swim team. A week later, my mom gets an email that I'm being offered a spot on the swim team. And she asked me, and it was like a very big decision at the time. It was a way too big of a decision for a 6-year-old to make. I don't know why I had a say in it. But I was like, yeah, of course I want to do the swim team. So that's like 12, 13 years now I've been swimming on a swim team. I was sitting on a playground with 2 of my friends, 10 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night, and we decided, like, hey, why don't we just start going to the gym to get into a little bit more shape? And I was moving a decent amount of weight, so I looked up powerlifting records for it just to see how far off I was, and I realized I was really close. But I was like, maybe I should consider doing this. And my first competition was gonna be in March of that year. At that competition, I was about 80 pounds off of making nationals for powerlifting. So that's when I was like, okay, I might have something with this sport, but I gotta focus on swim too. So it was a big conversation with my family to be like, okay, how much does this affect swimming? And it affected it greatly, but looking back on it, had I not done that, I would not be anywhere near the shape I'm in now. There were times where I couldn't look at myself in the mirror. I hated how I looked. Peak weight, I was probably 7th or 8th grade. I was 5'5", 5'4", 175 pounds. And I do not have a big frame. I'm still really short, so I was like extremely large. And I definitely got picked on a bit. There was nothing extreme. It was mainly by friends, so it was lighthearted, but it got to the point where I was like, crap, I need to make a difference. It was never fun to hear, but I just attributed it to my family. My family's a heavy family. But I didn't know that I could take control of that as much as I did. I was always hungry, I was always eating a lot. And probably like 8th grade, it was getting bad. Like, all my friends were finally getting a little bit more into fitness. They were all playing their sports. They all looked better than me. They were leaner, they were faster, they were not necessarily stronger, but they could do a pull-up, and I would hang from the bar. It definitely lit a fire under me, and from probably freshman year on, I was like, okay, this has to change. So I cut the weight back, and then I got really skinny. They're like, whoa, Nico, you look really skinny, congratulations. I've had a bunch of people tell me they want to look like me now, which I've never been told in the past, so that was cool. I am now more muscular and leaner than most of the people that would make fun of me, and the real friends, they stood by my side. They're awesome, they congratulate me. They asked me for my workout plan, they asked me what to eat, and I help them know. Don't take the easy way out either. Do not let quitting be an option. I tell everyone this, if you let something be an option, it will inevitably happen. It is a crazy feeling coming in and breaking records and being like an it factor. The one thing I wanted in college. I chose this program and this school because the swim team seemed awesome, the people seemed awesome, and I was like, you know what? I know I can make an impact here, and I've always wanted to make an impact on a swim team. So the feeling of knowing, all right, I can bring this team from a good team to a great team, and I could bring the good swimmers around me to great swimmers around me. I have the mentality of, if I can't push myself, I can push the people around me. And if I can push the people around me, that means they can push the people around them. So I would much rather support the people around me and have 5 other people do well and me not do well than me do well and 5 other people not do well. So it's been an awesome experience being on this team, and we're looking forward to this year. But I say there is more work to be done. Not everyone is perfect, and no one will ever be perfect.